Hi, it's Reagan with More Designs, and I'm back to share another mini album with you. I need to be working on mini albums that I've been hired to do, but I haven't done something just for fun and for myself in a little while. So because I've been busy doing mini albums that I've been hired to do and also doing design team projects. Not that that's not for me, but sometimes you have to do something that you weren't planning on making for yourself for a design team. So I decided to play. And a big thank you to Mystele at Little Glimpses. She is so inspiring to me, and I so enjoy her videos. I love to see her paint, and I really love her little pretty books. I just love how she just throws whatever she wants in, and they always look fabulous. So I have a huge, it's one of the 3 plastic drawers, and it's like, I don't know, that wide, and it is full of scraps. And sometimes I go in there and I grab stuff out. I mean, like if I can find something, I'll grab it out of there. But for the most part, it just sits there unless I'm making a card all out of scraps or something like that. So I decided to pull it out, and I went through the entire thing and threw papers in a pile that I thought kind of went together. So after I did that, then I decided that I would make a mini album using that stack of papers. And I just pulled random chipboard pieces that I had cut, or cereal box, or cardboard tags that I had already done for other things that I didn't end up using, and I threw them all together and made this album. And I can't wait to show it to you. I'm really excited about it. I really love how it turned out. I think I might keep it for myself. I thought about selling it, but I'm not sure. I think I want to keep it for myself. But I will definitely be making more of these because it was total freedom, and it was just so much fun. I just, went with what I felt, and I think it came out to be a really pretty book, and it's pretty dang chunky. It's really, really fun. And anyways, so I used my cinch to bind my mini album book. I guess you'd call it a junk mini because I made it completely out of scraps. And then I just tied a whole bunch of fun fibers and ribbons and lace that I went through my stash and found that I thought kind of had similar colors. And I just went through and cut them all up and put them on the binding. This was one of the die cut shapes I had cut out and hadn't used. So I just trimmed down the edge so that it would fit in the book and used my scrap paper. This is a girls papery cardstock element, and that's from Anna Massey. So thank you so much, Anna. This is a chipboard sticker from Stampin' Up, an old Simply Scrapping kit, and it says, "This is my story," and then a Prima flower. And then this is from some paper that I had in my stash and in my scrap bin, and I just added some pearls to it, and it says, "Love is all you need." I just added that to the next page. So when you open it up, it's got one of these small paper bag pockets that I had already cut and inked from another project that I didn't end up using it on. And I just used a strip of scrap paper. This is some Tim Holtz tape. This is a chipboard button with some tag, some of the cording or whatever on the tags, shipping tags. And then I just added some of these little tags right here that I can journal on and put photos. So those just tuck right in there. And I had so much fun, and I didn't know that Mystele. I went back and looked at some of her videos, and I found she did a video series. It's like 11 videos of how she puts her little pretty books together, and I enjoyed watching that. And I was actually already getting my stuff together when I found those videos, so I went ahead and watched them, and I just had so much fun. I busted out my paint, my acrylic paint, and I just throughout the mini album, just wherever, I just played. I added some of this trim and just a little card, and I just painted acrylic paint on there. And then on this page, this is cardboard, and I just did some scraps. I painted the background, and then I decided I was going to cover it up instead. So I covered it up and punched out a circle. It has paint on the edge, did a little bird. This is from the Girls Papery. Thank you, Anna. And then this is the corrugated chipboard that I painted on. I added some notebook punched paper right here with some space to journal. And I loved this sticker, and it didn't really match the colors, but I loved what it said, and so I really wanted to put it in here. And it's a 7 Gypsy sticker that says philosophy number 41-A, and it says, I will dare to do just what I do, be just what I am, and dance whenever I want to. Beverly Williams. And I really, really love that. So I stuck that in there. This was a tag that I was glimmer misting something, and I didn't want to waste the glimmer mist, so I grabbed a tag and just wiped the glimmer mist up with the tag on both sides, and then let it drip, and I don't know, I was just playing. And I never used the tag for anything, so I added some pink acrylic paint to try to tie in the colors, and added some ribbon and tied it with some of the leftover string from the tag. Added a clip. This is 7 Gypsies tape, scrap paper. I stamped this house. I got this stamp set and I haven't used it yet. It's a Fisker stamp set. Super cute. And I wasn't really going for a theme really in the book. The colors kind of reminded me of like a whimsical theme, so I tried to go like kind of whimsical. So I did this little cute little house, and I put it up on Pop Dots and cut out, I kind of paper pieced it, cut out this heart, put crackle accents on it, paper pieced the door, put a brad, and then I popped it up on the tag. And I just think it's so cute. And then on the other side of the tag, I added some acrylic paint. And then I had this left over from a card. I guess I must have thought I stamped it crooked, and so I didn't use it. And it was just laying around, so I stuck it in here. This is an I Break for Stamps stamp. It says, the best and most beautiful things in life cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. And it's Helen Keller. And then I just stuck it inside of this little clip right here. And that way I can clip more things on there if I want. This is a flashcard. And I just added some 7 Gypsies paper, some, these are all scraps. Everything's scraps. And then I cut this from some paper that was in scraps. It says embrace, embrace. And then this is a girl's papery bird. The only thing that aren't scraps, I guess, are the embellishments. And I did those last. So I just added my paper and my paint. And then I went through and decorated it. And it says breathe. It's important sometimes that I remember to take a deep breath and just know that no matter how stressed out I am, everything's going to be okay. So, I liked that. And then I just added some sequin trim that I stapled. And this is a flower that Laura had on a stick pin swap, I believe. So I just took it off of the tag and used it on my mini album with some green ribbon. I had made a green bow and never used it. So I just stuck the flower on the green bow and glued that onto the page. And this was some leftover coordinations paper that I had. And I just had this tag that I inked up. And it says, things that have touched my heart. Lots of room for journaling and pictures. This is the back of the page. And I just added some cloud paper that I had, that I stamped some script on. This was some Tim Holtz stamps. This was a strip of designer paper, and I thought it was too bright, so I put acrylic paint over it. And then Laura at Contessa Creations, that's the same flower, sorry I didn't say Contessa Creations, she did the flower too. She had sent me a necklace in a rack, and it was on a piece of I don't know, plastic, and it said, I am thankful that in God's design He planned it so your path crossed mine. And I liked that, so I kept it and I cut it out and stuck it in my album on Pop Dots. So there's that. And then this was one of the cards that you could get at Michael's in the dollar bin, and I just painted, I glimmer misted it with like 3 different glimmer mists, and then I put acrylic paint over it, and so I can journal, can write my story or whatever. This is the back of the card that's glimmer misted and painted, and then has a journaling card on it. And then I had pre-cut a bunch of stuff from my Cricut, and this was one of them, so I stuck that in here. And I like that it's a fairy, and then it kind of coordinates with this page, which was a chipboard piece that I got from Gloria from The Last of 9. Thank you, Gloria. In a rack. I thought that the colors on here worked perfectly, and then I can journal on it. And so I just stapled Start Dreaming on here. It was from a piece of designer paper I had. And so I liked that there was a fairy, and it says Start Dreaming. And then there's a little adage ticket that says Bliss, and I just tied some ribbon and fiber in the hole. And this page isn't functional really, I just had fun with it. I painted it with acrylic paint, This is acrylic paint, and then this is acrylic paint. And then I had this leftover piece that I had cut out a heart on, so I stuck that on there and then added buttons, just random buttons that I thought matched. And then it says, "Wherever you go with all your heart." That's cut out from scrap paper. This was a tag that I received in, I think it had a charm on it from one of my charm swaps. And it's gorgeous. I think it's from Dawn, possibly. It was gorgeous. The colors matched, so I stuck it in here. I even left the ribbon on it, and I just put a